If your doctor has been unable to resolve your or your loved one's condition, please leave us a comment with a brief description. We will get back to you with current research information. Your pharmacist needs to know what's in your poop. Are you experiencing mysterious pains and/or bad symptoms that make you think you are sick? Your doctors can't figure it out? Well, maybe it's not you. There are over 50 drugs that the bacteria in your gut can effectively eat and in doing so prevent you from receiving the benefits of those drugs. Unfortunately, your doctor, your pharmacist and you all assume that the medication you are taking is working. That it is working as expected. And that there are no negative or harmful side effects. In the future, will your doctor need to test your poop to find out if you have a non-cooperative gut microbiota before giving you a new prescription? At this time, we know very little about what many of the bacterial species in the microbiota do to or for us. We also don't know how those bacteria impact the medicines we are taking or how those medications affect the good bacteria in our microbiota. You know how your doctor and your pharmacist are always trying to get a complete list of any medications you take? Well, the reason is because of the interactions that drugs can have with each other. And they need to know all of your medications. No matter which doctor prescribed them and which pharmacist filled them. Some drug interactions can be fatal. And some of the impacts of microbiota bacteria on medications can be fatal as well. Without a complete list of medications that you are taking, your doctor and pharmacist cannot relate any symptoms that you are reporting to a specific medication or to an interaction between medications. When you see your doctor thinking, they are often reviewing your prescription list. It is critical for your health that you make sure that the doctor you are speaking to knows all of your medications. New research is taking the idea of drug interactions a step forward by showing that your gut microbiota could stop your medications from working. Or maybe make them work too well. Let's take a look at one critical drug that does not work for some people. There is a drug called digoxin that is derived from the flowering plant digitalis. This drug is used to help with several "you are going to die now" conditions like congestive heart failure. Drugs derived from the digitalis plant, like digoxin, have been with us for hundreds of years. It was known for much of that time that about 30% of patients given digoxin saw little or no benefits from the drug. We did not know why. And then, in the 1980s, it was found that a bacteria in our guts called E. lenta could basically eat digoxin. And in the process, the bacteria could stop the digoxin from saving your life. This bacteria kept digoxin from working. Recent research at the University of California in San Francisco has further isolated an enzyme produced by E. lenta. That enzyme does the digoxin eating. So, if the medications you are taking are causing problems for you, even without the involvement of the microbiota, your doctor needs enough information to make that determination. At some point in the future, perhaps we will know enough about the gut microbiota to use it to our benefit. To be safe, are we going to have to carry a gut microbiota DNA sample with us in the future? In case you did not know, that DNA sample would be a poop sample. So, where is this leading? Your gut microbiota contains thousands of different species of bacteria and trillions of cells. It is almost a 100% certainty that my microbiota is different from yours. And yours is different from the person sitting next to you. Most research, medications and treatments are targeted at the average human. Whatever the average human is. With differences in genes, age, sex, ethnicity and microbiota, the average human is really hard to define. Imagine that you put all the people in the world into one huge circle. And you told them to get all mixed up. Then you looked at 1,000 people standing in the center. Based on that sampling size, that would be your average. I am sure you can see how such a small sample can create a terrible definition of an average human. The effectiveness and risks of all medications, treatments and procedures is based on their impact on the average human. That is why you see those warnings on TV commercials about all the horrible things a wonderful drug can do to you. If you are not the average human, or at least the average human the drug was tested on, then you might end up growing a third eye. With the astounding complexity and diversity of the gut microbiota, the concept of an average human starts to disappear completely. You may have seen news stories about targeted treatments using your own stem cells and targeted drugs. Well, for targeted drugs to work, you better have an average gut microbiota or your treatment might not work. Non-targeted drugs, like digoxin, are much more likely to fail if our microbiota shifts towards the bad bacteria. Unfortunately, taking oral antibiotics can kill off many positive bacteria in our guts. Be sure your doctor and your pharmacist know all the medications you take. Otherwise, no one will realize that the negative symptoms you are having are from a medication you are taking. As far as that medication is concerned, you are not an average human. Hopefully, it will not be long before you can take a prebiotic or probiotic that will give you a healthier microbiota. One that works perfectly with you, your pharmacist, and your poop. Will that make you average? Until then, if you walk your dog and carry those little poop bags, you are one step ahead of the rest of us. At least training-wise. Except that in the future, those poop bags may be for you. And your poop. And for your pharmacist. We hope you have found this information valuable. If you enjoy these videos and want to support us being able to continue creating content for many years to come, we'd love for you to consider becoming a patron of Converged Medical Research. The link for becoming a patron is in the description below. We have many other sessions on medical-related topics coming. If you need information on a particular topic, please leave a comment below. Please click the subscribe button and ring the bell.